May I also invite India Today's Group Editorial Director for Publishing, Mr. Raj Chengappa, to escort the Minister to the stage and commence the event with his introductory remarks. Welcome, sir.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to you all, and let's give Mr. Prahlad Joshi, Minister of New and Renewable Energy, another warm round of applause. Mr. Prahlad Joshi, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to give your insights on how India can be a global leader in green energy. Mantriji, you've actually been on both sides of the divide. In your previous avatar, in Modi 2.0, you were Coal and Mines Minister. You were batting for the increase in production of coal while the rest of the world was complaining. And now you're on the other side, bowling for renewable energy and wind. Do you see any conflict or contradiction in the roles that you come in Modi 3.0? Or are there some synergies that you see?
No, I don't see any contradiction as far as my thinking and approach and my government under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi's thinking and approach. One is, you all know, Dashavatara also, Avtara changes. And it is Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, ये तो change होता ही रहता है. लेकिन जब मैं कोल और माइंस का विभाग देखते थे, तब भी मैं कहता था कि रिन्यूएबल में हमको जाना ही पड़ेगा. लेकिन आज भी मैं कहता हूँ, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के मंत्री होने के बावजूद भी मैं कहता हूँ, when I was reviewing entire energy sector because of the coal was the need, I used to sit with the officials of the energy ministers and the Genco CMDs. At that time also, the feedback which was given to me was that initially when I took over in 2019, total energy demand, that is power demand, is going to be doubled by 2040.
Right.
धीरे धीरे आते हुए by 2022 तो assessment ये लगा कि 2030 तक ही double हो जाएगा. When it becomes double, even if you achieve 50% of the total energy by the renewable also, we have to shift gradually. We cannot all of a sudden overnight, we cannot shift. We need to shift. By 2040, 70, we want to become net zero.
Correct.
But the basic need and the basic understanding what we should have is the energy security is also important. And gradually we should shift. And as far as renewable energy is concerned, even when I was coal minister, I was of the very firm opinion that we should go fast in this. Because many European countries where we are exporting the many things, they are putting the carbon tax. So keeping all, and overall, to leave this earth to the next generation safely, as it was when we born, it is need of the hour that we should shift it, but it should be gradually. So I don't think any contradiction in my avatar.
Excellent. Let's give him a round of applause for that. He now straddles, and as you rightly said, there is a twin focus in Indian energy. One is to meet the growing demand, and the other is to meet the climate change commitments, the green energy commitments that are given. Very nicely, we have coined this phrase of Panch Amrit as the goals that we would achieve in climate change. And very quickly to say, the main target is achieving 5,000 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2030. That's the number one target. Then, of course, simultaneously, it aims to generate 50% of its total energy, India, from renewable sources by 2030. These are the two big goals. You mentioned the other one, that is, you will, of course, by 2070, you need to reach net zero by carbon. And of course, the fourth and fifth is India will reduce its total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons from now onwards till 2030. Yeah. And the other one is by 2030, India will reduce the carbon intensity of its economy by less than 45%. These are the 5 goals.
Yeah.
Now, you have taken over, and where have we reached in these? Forget the other 2. At least the main 2 is by 2030, we have to achieve 500 gigawatts of renewable energy. Where have you reached? Where have we reached, and how confident are you of India fulfilling the target while meeting our growing energy needs?
See, as far as if you look before 2014 and after 2014, you can see the change. It is quite visible. We don't need anything else to explain it. It was 75 gigawatt all put together in 2014. Today we have crossed 2003 gigawatt. And as far
200 gigawatts.
203 gigawatt.
203.
203 gigawatts.
Yeah.
And by 2030 we want to reach
500.
500 gigawatt. You said 5,000. It is not.
Sorry,
it is
my
500.
mistake. 500 I corrected.
500. And this 500, we have, that is already in pipeline. More than 150 gigawatt is in the pipeline. And this year itself, from January to June, we have added around more than 14 gigawatt. We have added the renewable energy capacity to the country's energy basket. And we have told the implementing agencies of renewable energy, there are 4 or 5 agencies including SECI and others. We have told them every year they have to call the bid for the 50 gigawatt minimum. And our department and our secretary is also sitting over here. We are continuously interacting with the state government also. They should also call the bid. Here there are 2 challenges.
Right.
As usual in like other sector, may it be in development of the infrastructure, development of the roads, railways. Here also there is one major problem, that is land. And we are continuously interacting with the state government for the resolution of the land and the wasteland. And also the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. This is the most motivating factor. It adds 30 gigawatt. And thanks to our entire team, including our team led by secretary and others, that after the election, means
right.
post June 2024, we have added in a huge way. I think more than 2.5 or 6 lakhs connection have been completed. And very shortly, we are going to the other states also, where the progress is less. And we are interacting with the state government, trying to address. And we are trying to make this as a movement. This is just not a only government can do it. No, I don't believe it. Even my leader, Prime Minister, doesn't believe it. When it should become successful, it should become a people's movement. That is what I strongly feel. We want to make renewable energy as a people's movement. And in that, the contribution of the media like you, which is a prestigious media, which started in the emergency, and the first story itself was the again the emergency, and that created an awareness from those days.
Right.
I think what you have done is I really appreciate, I commend it, and I am quite confident in very shortly it is going to become the people's movement, especially PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana and PM Kusum, which is for the farmers. And for that we are slowly, after having, it is a process of learning. When we thought that in component A, there is slow progress. Recently, we have added the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund with the interest subvention. Slowly, जो भी कमियां दिख रहे हैं, वो भी हम एड्रेस करने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं. इसलिए मुझे लगता है जो 50 गीगावाट का ऐड करते जाना, वो तो हो जाएगा. और उसके साथ ही साथ एक पीपल मूवमेंट बनाने के लिए बड़ा सोच माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में हम कर रहे हैं. और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है, आप जैसे मीडिया के सपोर्ट के साथ, आजकल के सोशल मीडिया के सपोर्ट के साथ, हम ये रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी ये मूवमेंट नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए है. इसीलिए इसको हम एक पीपल मूवमेंट बनाने के लिए हम बिजनेस सेक्टर का भी हम सहयोग अभी दे रहे हैं और भी आगे तेजी से देने के लिए प्रार्थना करके इसको एक पीपल्स मूवमेंट हम बनाएंगे.
It's an excellent point that we do need a people's movement. And you'd also mentioned that the states need, after all, this is both a center and a state. And state, there's, there's a concurrent list that exists. Now, one of the issues that many of the manufacturers face is that when it comes to renewable purchase options, there has to be a certain commitment on that front. The delay in some of that, and therefore their investments getting. What is your suggestion in terms of the state cooperation that is required, and what changes you think could be brought about so that there is greater coordination between center and state in executing the big program that we have?
as in my second question I explained you, this is not the moment of any government or any party. So something disturbance is
Yeah,
there.
someone is speaking into this. Will you please not speak? Thank you.
See, this we need to make, as I told, it is not for it is central government, this party or that party. It is the question of the future generation. I always tell, when we born, now I am 61, when I born in 1962 November, this earth was safe. When you born, this earth was safe. It is our duty to keep the earth safe to the next generation. That should be our commitment. For that, every government, every party should work, every citizen should work. For that, one is, in spite of making it volunteer, we are trying to make many things. Renewable purchase obligation, we have made it mandatory now.
Right.
And we are trying to require the state and state regulators to impose the fine. And I think by 25-26, this imposition of the penalty will be quite huge.
Right.
At that time, state will do it. Along with that, why state many a times for the short political gains, many states are missing their goal. They are missing the goal because of the short political gain. See, why people are, in some states, people are not trying to go for the rooftop solar, PM Mufta Bijli Yojana, Surya Ghar Yojana. Why? Because they are giving entirely free. Why they take subsidy from us? I appeal, this will become free because one is the loan interest part of the loan is very less.
Correct.
Second is we are providing subsidy. Third is additionally whatever the electricity generated, they can sell it. Overall it becomes free. But initially they have to invest something. Initially. After that it will become free. They should understand this. For the sustainable earth and the sustainable future, every state government, every party should adopt this. Then only it is possible. And at the same time, legally what needs to be done like RPO and other things, we are doing it.
One of the suggestions was that just like you have the GST Council, where you have everybody, all the states represented, and you'll take decisions on that, is there, you think, time now for a power council, where all these issues are thrashed out so that manufacturers, because our target is so huge and we want to achieve that, and that's very important for this country, do you think the time has now come for a better coordination through a formal council that can coordinate between center and states and ensure that whatever obligations both have are met?
No, one thing I can agree with you is that we should have a cooperation and we should sit together and sort out the issues and try to understand the problems, what the state is facing or the center is facing, what is the needed. But I don't think by that it will solve. We should, with a mutual understanding and the mutual discussion only, we should do it. And my department, at the political level, we are doing it, and at the bureaucratic level, our officers are doing it. Daily we are interacting. And even the stakeholders and the business people who are involved in this, they are also meeting State Chief Minister, State Energy Minister. They are trying to convince it. But ultimately, I think now people have convinced it. Otherwise, PM, when he said we need to reach 500 gigawatt, we could not have reached 200 also if there is no cooperation of the state. Many states are cooperating, but some states we need to bring on the line, and we will talk to them and sort out the issues.
One of the good things that has happened is the PLI scheme for high efficiency solar PV models. Now, there you have, I think, now gone into the second tranche and you're moving ahead on that. How much progress have you seen in that? And the second issue is, one of the things is that China's dominance, and one of the reasons why we brought in this was to, cut down that dominance. A lot of these components and parts are still needed from China. How do we balance this? We need a huge, capacity increase. At the same time, our indigenous capacity may not develop. What is your plans to ensure that both ends meet in this one?
Overall policy and PLI all put together, if I can say, it is successful because if you recollect, the cost of per unit, it was almost 11 rupees in 2014.
Correct.
Now it is 2 rupees 50 paisa, 2
That's
rupees
right.
60 paisa, 2 rupees 70 paisa.
Cheaper than thermal.
Thermal.
Yes.
That itself proves that we are on a right way and we are on a right path. But at the same time, as far as module is concerned, PLI is concerned, it was 6 or 7 gigawatt manufacturing capacity. Today, megawatt capacity. Today we have reached 50 megawatt as far as module is concerned.
Right.
And this cells are concerned, it was also very less. Now we are reaching almost 14, 15, and we are trying to reach it for very fast. We are going to reach it around 30, 35. And I am quite confident entire this with PLI scheme and with the scale and the skill, it is going to be the prices per, cost per unit is going to come down and it is going to successful. As of now, I am at least, I am happy, but I am not yet satisfied because the goal is quite far away.
And how do we navigate the China dominance? Because even now we do need to import certain components if we have to make it price competitive with the rest of the world and become, as we say, when we're talking global and we are trying to reach out and export, how do we, what is the way we need to navigate through this minefield?
See, it is the evolution according to me, because before to this, in total everything was to be imported.
Correct.
Today, slowly, gradually, we are shifting it. And in coming days, now the module, number of the modules, manufacturers have increased.
Right.
And as far as cells is also concerned, from silicon to silicon, all such things, wafer to ingot, slowly in a phased manner. And as far as cell manufacture is also concerned, it is under active consideration for the PLI. And like that, slowly we are moving forward. Gradually we are doing it. And as of now, because of this success story only, the cost has come down. But for other things also, including cell and other things like silicon to ingot to wafer, all such things, we are trying to gradually shift either with PLI, without PLI. We are encouraging our people to produce it, to manufacture it in India. And I'm quite hopeful we will be successful because according to me, Indian young mind, it is brilliant and they will come out with the solution. This is my full confidence. And PM has confidence in that and PM can inspire them. This is my confidence.
Now, one of the other big projects that you have taken up is this National Green Hydrogen Mission. And that again, we have very ambitious goals to become the world leader, the hub of green hydrogen in this. A lot of money has been set aside. I think close to 20,000 or 18,000 crores have been set aside for the development on various kinds of things. Where, there are a lot of difficulties, of course, because you have to master a lot of technologies. A lot of them have to be imported. How do you see the progress of green hydrogen? What is the target date you said? Will it be ready to meet our 500 gigawatt target, or are you looking at 2047 on the horizon?
No, we are on the, I think we are on the right way. As far as, there are two things. There are two components in it. One is electrolyzer.
Right.
Second one is green hydrogen production.
Right.
As far as electrolyzer is concerned, first tranche, it is already done. I think I was told that I have to only address one side and I can go back. But it was after coming here, you said that you want to grill me. So 1,500 megawatt is already allocated.
Right.
And second tranche is also now, it is almost in the final stage, second tranche. And as far as green hydrogen is concerned, 4,12,000 metric ton that has been already allocated, and further 4,50,000 it is in the final stage. And as far as mobility is concerned, shipping is concerned, and R&D is concerned, it is at the final stage. And 20,000 crores, nearly about 20,000 crores, which is allocated as a PLI. We are in a almost at the final, in almost all these components. We are at the either in the very, very final stage. In the electrolyzers, already bids have been completed. It is allocated 4,12,000 million metric ton. It is allocated, and second tranche is already done. All such things we are moving forward, and it is on time. As per the schedule, it is going up. And I am quite confident by 2030, whatever our target is there, we will achieve that. And also for that transmission, up to 2030, free transmission. That is also being arranged anywhere to anywhere in the country, wherever this green hydrogen electrolyzers are manufactured. This, only for the green hydrogen, it is allowed up to 2030 free transmission.
Excellent. I want to move very quickly. I know we have another session on green hydrogen, so I won't go too much into detail, but wind energy, which was at one time the leader, now becoming the stepsister of the whole process. There are many states that have Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Maharashtra have great potential in it. How can we boost? It's now around 40 gigawatts. It has to be an important component in your 500 gigawatts. What needs to be done on the wind energy front?
Wind energy, there are also issues of the land, and there is PLI scheme in that also. We are working out. And some of the states, they are taking a lot of interest in the wind energy. And I'm quite confident. At the same time, we are moving forward with the offshore wind energy also. There also with the PLI, with the more than 7,400 crores, the PLI scheme is announced. In Gujarat, bids are in the final stage, 500 megawatt in Gujarat, 500 megawatt in Tamil Nadu, that is being finalized. Study is done. The India has got potential of 37 gigawatt of offshore wind power energy. That also we are doing. And now at present, we are doing around 21 gigawatt in the wind energy. We want to go, reach further height in that. And target is quite achievable. And we are interacting with the state, especially for the land. There are some certain issues like how this evacuation has to be done, because wherever there is a potential of wind energy, there are some issues like defense, airport, such things. We are working out with that, and we are continuously interacting with the Power Ministry and the Civil Aviation Ministry, Defense Ministry. We are continuously interacting with. Problems are being solved, that is why capacity is added. Right. And wherever there is a dialogue, there will be solution. This is what we firmly believe.
Excellent. One of the things you'd mentioned is the PLI things that you offered for wind energy. I think the solar side is also asking for certain components like transformers and others, which is the last mile connectivity and the state connectivity, whether there could be any incentives to look downstream when converting. They have a lot of issues in that in terms of availability, in terms of manufacturing capacity. Is that something that the government is contemplating?
As it is for the smart grid and wherever the capacity is added to the DISCOM for the renewable energy, so many incentives are being provided. Let us see as and when such a specific demands come, let me look into it. As of now, at least I do not have, at my memory immediately, we do not have such things in the sector.
Finally, I mean, looking at bioenergy and biofuels and transport mobility, what is the various things your ministry is doing? Because that's also become very critical, though there is also a transport ministry that is looking into this and you have to coordinate a lot on that. Where do you see that happening? Because agriculture is a huge potential in terms of that. What is the kind of encouragement you all are seeing on that front?
You know, as far as the biofuel, ethanol is concerned, a lot of things have been done. If my memory goes right, in 2002 or 2003, the blending of ethanol was initiated during the Vajpayee government, and Shri Ram Nayak took interest in that. Because when I used to meet Mr. Ram Nayak as a party functionary, then he used to explain me what they are doing. And but as Vajpayee demitted the office in 2004, from 2004 to 2014, not even 2% was done. Then from 2014, after Shri Modi took over, today we are reaching 20%, and by 2026 we are going to reach 20%. But you look, because we lost 10 years, Brazil is already, they have reached E100.
Right.
And whether to do E25 or not, now we are, the consultation is going on, but Niti Aayog is working on that slowly, and it is, we need to go fast in that, and we are doing it. And Shri Nitin Gadkari, he is also very much passionate about this. He is interacting with our ministry, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, And I'm very, very confident in that also we will achieve our target.
And one part in terms of the entire financing of large-scale projects, one of the areas that remains very crucial is energy storage. And that is going to be a game changer because you can generate the electricity, but if you're unable to store it, you have to use it, evacuate it immediately. What are you looking at in terms of the challenges of energy storage, and where do you see some of the focuses your ministry would be looking at to encourage?
It is a challenge as far as the power storage, pump storage is concerned. Work is going on well, but as far as power storage is concerned, in the entire world and even in India, we need to do a lot. And work is going on, lithium-ion battery. And for the lithium, when I was mines minister also, we tried to do something. And there was, see, what was the problem with this country was, till 2014, Modi took over. Which are the critical minerals? That was also not knowing. And now we have made the list of the critical minerals. Out of that, cobalt and the lithium is also, they are also one out of them. Critical mineral policy has been brought out, and we are trying to acquire the share, stake in the many other countries where lithium is abundantly available. I think once lithium and cobalt is made available, I think we can do further progress in that. And all ministry together means Ministry of Road Transport, Ministry of Mines, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. We are working together, and there are regular interactions. I am very, very confident that we will achieve this target.
Thank you. And I think, are you okay to take one question from the audience? He's got a flight. But let's give the Minister Prahlad Joshi a very warm round of applause. He's done an outstanding job. He's, and the vast experience that you have in handling both coal and mines and renewable energy means a great synergy between these two ministries for Niger. Thank you very